This show is bad. That's all I gotta say. This show is bad. I will get into my reasoning now. You can click off if that's all you wanted to hear. This show is unbelievably dog shit. I would not have expected this show to be on a proper streaming service and to have this show be, sold out for money. That's not on fucking X video. This show is just gay porn on a higher budget. I get it. I'm not the main demographic. This show is definitely 100% made for teenage girls to squeal, kick their feet up, and giggle at the gay, sweaty, buff men. But I, for one, am not a sweaty, gay, buff man who is gay, nor am I a teenage girl who kicks their feet up and giggles. Well, never mind. But this show's writing is very, very on par with something you'd find on The Hub. I swear I've seen this exact same writing style on every video on X Hamster. It is embarrassing. It's really bad. You cannot have the foundation for your main relationship to have started on being in a locker room and... God, what was the Russian guy's name? I can't remember any of their names. I only know what they look like because they don't like to tell you. They do. They tell you a lot. But it's just overshadowed by every single person fucking, which is very weird. Hold up. Let me go. Give me the cast. I want to actually know who the character's name was. Oh god. It's a Russian name. I don't think... What was it like? Alien? Yeah, can I... This is a struggle. I'm just gonna call him the Russian one, because I can't pronounce that name. So, the foundation of your relationship relies on the Russian one. That sounds really racist. It's just I can't pronounce his name and I don't want to fail. So, the Russian one is in a locker room with Shane, and they're rivals, and yeah, or whatever his name is. I don't really want to call him the Russian one. I'm gonna need to go. How do you pronounce that name? Hold up. Yeah. Oh god, this is... Here we go. Ilya. There we go. That one video trying to pronounce his name is 33 seconds long. It doesn't have to be. No one cares about your like and subscribe. They want to pronounce the funny buff Russian gay man. Ilya. I'm gonna call him that. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. That's what the funny dude on the internet said his name is. So, Ilya, just tries to look at Shane's dick. No reason. I mean, it's shown later on that he's gay, or he's bi, and yeah, I guess, but like, why are you doing that with your rival? Like, this could have all been prevented if you stopped looking at your rival's dick in the shower. Like, I get he probably is teasing, and then it goes into something, but you can just not do that, especially because Shane is very much looking away from him, or starting to just, hide his dick, as most people would. So, when it comes to that, you can just stop looking at it, because that's kind of fucking creepy. I'm sorry if you like this show. I'm sure, you got great enjoyment from watching the gay buff men fuck every episode, but I am not gay, and I am not interested in watching buff men fuck. I'm interested in being sad and miserable and making fun of things that people like for attention. See, that's every Reddit user on the planet. But just for the funnies, he decides to just wash his dick in front of him. wide view. And you may be thinking, haha, that's, it's an interesting way to start a relationship, but I'm sure it evolves from that. No, this is what the show tries to sell this as: a great moment, a foundation, later on, because this relationship is so toxic and unhealthy. It shows, Shane being really upset and missing Ilya so much. And then it cuts back to this moment, and we're meant to be like, I feel so bad for him. And it's like, I don't feel bad for him. The relationship was shit. And the only good moment you can spot from it was this dude in a shower washing his balls in front of you. There's nothing more romantic than fucking. Because that's what happens next. This entire show, 90% of it is either gay sex, talking about gay sex, stuff that happens after gay sex, or discussions on how to gay sex. And then the other, 10% of it is, actually hockey related, which I didn't expect much from a show that's based on a book that's on Wattpad. Come on, man. I don't have high standards for it. And I saw all the memes being like, oh, I think those two are gay. And I thought it was just meant to be that they were passionate, which they very much are passionate. But, it's not good. It's not good. So Shane obviously doesn't like him, as he should. They are sports rivals or whatever the fuck. And, he kind of washed his dick in front of him, which is kind of fucking weird. Which is, kind of odd, You wouldn't really necessarily fall in love with someone who's trying to look at your dick and then washes his in front of you. That's not a thing that happens, at all, apart from in this one show. Look, see, he washes his dick in front of people and he gets an unhealthy relationship. And then when I do it, I get a restraining order, police courts, blah, 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 blah. It's not good. It's really not. So they fuck, pretty much. Ilya, asks for, a room number or whatever, and goes yo, if I come over here, down to fuck? And he's there maybe. And then, dog, you saw this man wash his balls and try to look at your dick. Why are you interested in fucking a dude? By the way, he is closeted at this time, so he still thinks he's straight. Why would he go, yeah, I'm down to fuck you, even though I don't think I'm into guys, and I saw you wash your balls and try to look at my dick in the shower? And even, when he's arriving, he's in his apartment, I'm gonna fuck a dude. And he's, stressing over it, and it's then just don't let him fuck you. It's not that hard. This is easily avoidable. You just go, no, I don't want you to fuck me. Thank you very much. And then you move on. You move on with your merry way. And you can find out you're a little gay boy another way. And not be fucking weird. But no, because we need the teenage girls to squeal at the sign of men fucking. Which, by the way, if you're going to basically make porn, but, as a streaming service show, at least have the guts to show us some dick. I'm guessing, the actors didn't actually want to have gay sex on camera, and I assume that's what... Fuck. And I assume that's why they didn't show any dick. I assume they just had, underwear on, or some form of deer covery. And then they just simulated fucking, even though there was no fucking really taking place. So I get it. I understand why they didn't show dick. But, still. Dog. Come on. Which is, they do show dick once in episode 2, there's a dick pic, I guess. Is it the actor's dick? Probably not. But it's at a really weird angle. It's like a dick pic taken from the front. Which, no one does that. You take a dick pic from the top, don't you? You don't take it from there. You don't just show the tip. What the fuck's wrong with you? But, that's not how dick pics are made. But, you know, that, you know, he kind of starts having crushes on the Russian buff guy for some reason. It's so terribly bad. And they do nothing but fuck. It's just fucking until, like, episode 6, where they finally stop fucking. It's non-stop fucking. And then we get to see the B-plot, technically, I think. That's what it's meant to be. Even though it's only really shown in, like, 2 episodes. But it's, you know, far better than the A-plot. I'm gonna be real with you. It's, I believe his name is Parker. That's his last name. Let me go back to the... Let me go back to the Google class, not the Google class, the Google cast of, there we go, Scott Hunter. Alright. So, Scott Pilgrim, I'm gonna call him Hunter, otherwise I'm gonna mistake him for Scott Pilgrim. So Hunter and Kip are also gay. Hunter is like another hockey player of some kind, and Kip makes his smoothies for him, and then they start forming a crush over each other, and then, you know, they fuck, you know, as all great relationships do. Now, I still don't 100% enjoy it, but it's A, a lot more believable, and B, it's a lot more better to watch, because the A plot with Shane and, like, Alia hides her feelings in Russian. Fucking... I forgot how to pronounce his name again. I'm gonna need... Ilya. There we go. Ilya. I'm gonna call him Ilya now. I'm sorry if that wasn't... I don't... Give me a break, guys, okay? I just finished watching this fucking show, and it's really bad. Ilya and Shane's relationship is just on and off them going... Fuck. We fucked. Wow, you're so good at fucking me. Grr, I hate you now. You're a piece of shit. Nothing's about you. Aw, man. I miss my twink boyfriend. Hey, man, I miss you. We should fuck. I don't want to fuck you. We should fuck. Alright. Fuck. Rinse and repeat. It's not fun. At least with the B-plot with, Kip and Hunter, at least that B-plot is actually a relationship. It's actually the struggles they deal with. I can see and I respect and understand them, apart from, you know, just fuck, which they do. There's a whole montage of them fucking. But apart from all the fucking, there's a decent relationship there. You know, I can look at those two and go, yeah, they love each other. And then they only get, like, one full episode, and then, like, maybe, like, 10 minutes of another episode. Not even 10, it's more like 5. And that's only just, you know, to stop the fucking of the A-plot. Where, Kip makes Hunter's smoothies. Hunter goes, damn, these smoothies low-key fire. Why this shit low-key gas? And then Kip goes, damn, why he kind of a baddie though? I wanna fuck him. On some P. Diddy type shit. I'm gonna fuck that man. I'm gonna straight up Epstein. What the fuck am I yapping about, Dwayne? And then, like, he starts being a fan because he didn't know, you know, he was a hockey player. And then starts washing. Not washing his balls again, no! But, starts watching his games, and I was like, damn, he low-key a baddie for real. He's fucking... If you get what I mean. But then, you know, he keeps on coming in. He's like, Loki got a crush on you for real, for real. And then he goes like, yo, you should, I'll give you tickets to my game. And he goes, I bet. And then they go to the game, and then a big fancy award ceremony thing happens, and Kip really wants to get into that bitch, you know? He really wants to fuck this dude. And so he becomes a waiter, and then Loki bumps into my boy Scott Hunter. He bumps into him, and then goes like, my bad, twinsicle. They meet up again, and then he goes, my bad for bumping into you. And he goes, damn, bro, you kind of cute though, for real. And then he goes, damn, bro, you kind of hot, for real. And then they go like, you want to order food, for real? It's like, I bet. They go to his house, and they go like, twin, you want to fuck, for real? And he goes, yeah, twin. And then they fuck. Wow. And then after that, there's actual plot. There's a meaningful relationship here, aside from them just hate fucking. Where, you know, they're actually spending time together. He's making him smoothies and food. He actually, you know, loves him, and not, like, kind of loves him, but kind of not. It's great. I love to see it. That's some good shit right there. I care about it. And, you know, he's like, yo, we should be open and gay together, for real. And then Hunter's like, nah, twin, a lot of people like me and shit, and like, don't think it's a good idea to come out as gay and shit. And then fucking Kip goes like, twin, TSPMO, for real. And Hunter goes, for real. Loki don't want to come off as like gay. Which, you know, kind of doesn't make sense, but, you know, I'm not gay, so that's probably a real struggle that gay people have, so I don't really have critiques over it. Not gay. I'm asexual, but I'm not gay. Apart from you. Love you. Jesus. But, he goes like, nah, twin. And then, you know, Kip gets really upset about that. He's like, damn, I'm like, Loki cracking this dude. But I can't tell people that I'm cracking this dude. TSPMO. And then he tells someone. And then that someone goes like, damn, well, you cracking that dude, for real. I'm gonna go tell him to, like, something in Diddy Up Love, for real. And this chick, can't remember her name for the life of me, but this girl goes up to Hunter and goes like, dog, Kip Loki a baddie, for real. Loki fuck with him, like, real hard. But I can't have him, because he Loki like there. He Loki like it up the bum. And then Hunter goes like, damn, bro, I like it up the bum too. We made for each other, for real. And then, like, you know, their whole arc ends, like, it comes back like in episode 4 or 5. I'm pretty sure it's episode 5. Yeah, it's episode 5. It's in episode 5 where they finally get, you know, it's like the championship game or whatever, and it's like after the game, and all the people like huddling up, and like every single like team member's family is coming down, and like relationships and shit, and they go like, oh my god, you're so good at that game, and like, yeah, bro, I know I'm good at this game. I'm big and sweaty, and teenage girls squeal when they see me. They're like, oh my god. And then, like, you know, Hunter's like, damn, bro, I'm lonely as fuck, twin. This ain't it. This ain't tough, twin. He's looking out to the audience, and he sees, like, Kip, and he goes like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck this dude. I'm gonna fuck this dude raw. I'm gonna fuck him raw and hard, and it is going to be aggressive. And so he goes like, oi, Kip, get the fuck down here, little bro. Get down here. I'm gonna plow your ass. Kip comes down, and the announcer's like, damn, bro, that's a lucky fan. And then, you know, Hunter starts, you know, kissing Kip, and everyone's like, oh my god, he likes cracking dudes. That's tough. That's tough, for real. And Kip's like, and Hunter's like, and then that's it. We don't see more of it. We don't see more of it, even though that's like the only decent relationship in this show. Back to the unhealthy bullshit. It's on and off with Shane and fucking Illyria, whatever his name was. it's like, nah, twin, I don't want to fuck you in public. I want people thinking I'm gay. And Ellen was like, twin, I don't want to fuck you in public. Because I don't want people thinking I'm gay. And then they go, yeah. Anyway, down to fuck. It's not great. It's not great writing. And then, like, they get into an argument. And then, like, Shane goes like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna crack a girl. Teehee 3. And then I'm gonna have to go back to the cast. I think it's Rose. I'm gonna call it Rose. I'm sorry if I got the names mixed up. I don't care enough to rewatch. So I'm gonna call him Rose. So Loki, it's not like cracking girls and shit. And like Shane meets Rose, and he's like, Dambo, I'm gonna crack you for real. And then she goes like, Dambo, I bet, say less. And then they crack. And then fucking Ilya goes like, Dambo, he cracking a girl. Fucking new metal. Me when I see titties. And then he goes like, damn, I gotta go crack some girl. And so he does. And then they both realize, Dambo, I don't want to crack girls. I want to crack a man. Grr. Well, at least Shane does. I think like Ilya. I think Ilya just goes like, damn, I really just want to crack this guy. He's low-key a baddie for real. He's low-key a baddie. I'm gonna crack. I'm gonna tap his ass. I'm gonna give him back shots. And so like Shane confesses to Rose like, Dambo, twin, I'm low-key gay as fuck for real. And like I like it up the butt. And then Rose goes like, I bet, say less. Pegging arc? ? He goes like, nah, I gotta go crack this Russian guy that I meant to hate, but I don't hate. But I hate, but I don't hate. But I should hate, but I don't. Because, we have hate sex every night. If you catch my drift. Meanwhile, Ilya, Loki, and that Russia and shit, for real, and they're like, twin, I'm gonna fuck you. And he goes, I bet. So is that fucking for real? Is that fucking in like Hawaii or whatever the fuck? They crack. They have sex. Which, by the way, the two actors that play Ilya and Shane, apparently they're bestie boos. So they're just getting paid to crack bro, which I respect the bag. But they fuck. An ungodly amount. They fuck. And then Ilya gotta go back to Russia because, like, his family's there, and his family, kind of relies on him for money. And then they go like their dad's dead and their mom's dead, but their mom died like earlier and shit due to like drug overdose, suicide stuff. But like, and then like Ilya's brother goes like, dog, give me your money, twin. I want your money. Why should it diddy our blood? And Ilya goes like, nah. He's like, don't call me. Don't come by my house. And then Loki like fucking dunks his brother and goes like, I'm gonna give my niece money for like college and shit. I'm gonna give you some money and you're gonna leave me the fuck alone, for real. And then he goes like, Dambo, you a little bitch. And he goes like, yeah, I'm this French Canadian motherfucker's bitch, for real. He just like me for real with Homie the Rat. Homie the Rat reference. But oh, that's so bad. Yeah. Terrible. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, he dips, and then Loki calls Shane, and he's there like, yo twin, I heard you were gay, cause earlier Shane was like, yo twin, I'm gay, and then he goes like, damn, well, fuck you. Grrr. So he calls him back and he's like, twin, I look and wanna fuck you for real. And Shane's on the other line, he's like, yeah, you always wanna fuck me for real. And he goes like, nah, I wanna fuck you for real. I wanna like, be in a relationship with you for real. It's gonna be hot. We're gonna have sex. And then Shane goes like, Okay, okay, cock. What's up? Why you calling me? It's like, my family fucking shit, dog. I hate Russia. And then, you know, Shane goes like, that's tough, twin. That's cool. And then, like, you know, they hang up the phone. Fucking Ilya comes back. And, you know, he plays in the game. And then fucking Shane gets his ass folded. Gets his ass folded like a lawn chair. Gets absolutely folded in fucking ice hockey. Gets his shit kicked in. And Ilya's like, damn, Bo, that's my little twink boyfriend. I was gonna crack him later. But I guess I can't. Because, you know, his brain's kind of fucked. But, you hate to see it. And so, like, he has to go into the hospital. And then, you know, Ilya comes to the hospital. He's like, damn, Bo, twin. TS not tough. And Shane goes like, yo twin, you should come to my crib for real. you should come to my crib and we can like fuck and we'll be alone so we can fuck harder if you catch my drift. Ilya goes like, damn, Bo, I don't want to do that for real. You a Diddy blood. It's like, twin, okay, okay, cock. And so, like, you know, they go their separate ways. Fucking Ilya gets his ribs fucking chopped up or whatever the fuck happened to him. He got a boo-boo. And then, you know, they're watching the game in different houses. And then low-key start texting each other like, damn, bro, kind of cute though, I want to fuck you. And then, you know, Hunter and Gip, they kiss on TV. And then they go like, damn, bro, they just like us for real. They text him and they just go like, yo, twin, call me for real. And then, you know, Shane calls and he goes like, yo, twin. And he goes like, I want to go to your crib. And Shane goes like, I bet, say less. And so then they go to the crib for real. They go to the crib and they fuck. They fuck a lot. There is so much fucking, so much unnecessary fucking. But they start acting like an actual couple now. So that's great. At least the fucking is not separated by them just hating each other. Now they like each other for real. But yeah, they fuck, and like Ilya's like, have you told your family? And it was like, nah, not about you. And it's like, have you told your family that you low-key are homosexual? And Shane goes like, nah, twin, I'll do that later for real. And they continue fucking because, you know, that's just what they do. And then Papa Shane walks in. You know, Shane's dad walks into the crib and he sees them both, you know, fucking necking on a window. And Shane's like, and Ilya's like, and Shane's dad is like, oh. So low-key, Shane and Ilya gotta go over to Shane's parents, and Shane's like, yo, twin, I'm gay. I'm gay with this Russian twink. Loki rearranges my guts in a way no one else has before for real. And then they go like, I bet, that's cool. And, you know, there's actually an actual sweet moment of like the mum going like, dog, I'm sorry that like, you know, you didn't think you could like, you know, open up to me and shit. My bad, twin. It's actually, I'm underselling it because I'm a dick, but it's actually a pretty sweet moment. It's just not very earned because the rest of this show has been hate fucking. But then, you know, they low-key like talk about it, and then they go like, twin, we're gonna like start a charity for like suicide prevention or whatnot, and then we're gonna fuck some more, and people aren't gonna be confused when we go outside, and we neck on. People aren't gonna be confused because like we're besties now, and you know, bros fuck each other. And then they drive off into the sunset. And that's season 1. It's very bad. It's the plot. It's the plot, yeah. That's in detail the plot. I'm gonna be honest here. My description of the plot and them talking is a lot better than the actual dialogue in the show. The dialogue in the show is just something ripped straight out of Pornhub. Not great. Yeah, not a good show. The acting's fine, you know. It's just the script is not good. The script's not good, although it is based on a Wattpad book, so you know, maybe it's probably not the script. It's probably just, the source material. It's not very good. It's that, also I just don't know shit about ice hockey. Oh no. Anyway. Bye.